Good afternoon and welcome to today's webinar. My name is Martin and we're going to be discussing Office 365 to Microsoft 365 today and why you may want to upgrade. So SMS, we're here to help. We are here to help and inform all our customers of all area of cloud services and solutions that we provide. We're here to step you through functionality, and of course we're obviously here for help in assisting your users and yourself in getting you fully operational going forward. We're just going to discuss what the differences are between Office 365 versus Microsoft 365. So these are the differences between them basically. So Office 365 is a cloud-based suite of productivity apps and services. So things like Outlook, Exchange, SharePoint, Teams, OneDrive, Word, PowerPoint, etc. These come under that umbrella. You've then got Microsoft 365, which Office 365 actually sits underneath, but it gives you other services mainly aimed at enterprise solutions. So things such as Windows 10/11 for enterprise. You've got endpoint security, there's endpoint for identity, and there's several other services that will actually provide you. Typically, you'll probably see now on, especially on the Microsoft website and online, you'll see a lot of it being referred to as Microsoft 365. This is because Microsoft has decided to rebrand the Office environment and suite that it offers to Microsoft 365, and everything sits underneath that. So you ever see that it says Microsoft 365 and you think to yourself, well, I'm actually on Office 365, it's just because they've actually rebadged that to Microsoft 365 now. So that's basically where the differences is. So on today's agenda, this is what we're going to be discussing. We're going to be discussing Windows Enterprise, and then we're going to move on to Microsoft 365 Defender, then Defender for Identity, Endpoint, Cloud, and Cloud Apps. These are just some of the services that you can get with Microsoft 365 Enterprise, and you may find them useful within your organization, or you may want to delve into them a bit more to get more information regarding them. We're going to do a brief overview now of what each one of these are. So the first one is Windows Enterprise. Initially, obviously, it was Windows 10, but with Windows 11 coming out, that is now part of that sort of suite. So effectively, Windows Enterprise provides all the same features of what you'd find with Windows 10 Professional, but it gives you some additional features which may or may not assist your IT organization. So it'll give you things such as Windows Hello for sign-on. So you can get when you look at the computer screen, it will actually recognize your face using facial recognition, and that will actually log you in. You've then got a service called BitLocker, and this is basically the system that allows you to encrypt your hard disk. So should your laptop get stolen or you lose it, your data is going to be encrypted, so it's very difficult to break and access that data. You're then moving on to the enterprise options. So you've got things such as Windows Information Protection, and then you've got Defender Credential Guard, System Guard, Application Guard, Application Control, Exploit Guard, Antivirus, and Advanced Threat Protection. And basically, these last few are basically there to protect your data, protect your identity, your applications. Any exploits that may occur within the operating system, it will protect you against that, and it will also protect you against things such as malware. So you've got like viruses, Trojans, adware, spyware, all that kind of nasty stuff that may occur. And then obviously advanced threat protection is just another level of scanning. It's the inbuilt antivirus client that's actually built into Windows itself. So you basically, just like you get with some of the other third-party antivirus clients, you will actually get an icon in the bottom corner of your screen, which is the Windows Defender icon, and that will allow you to do things like virus scans on your machine. You can also, as well as an admin, because it's an enterprise solution, can schedule that as a policy to roll out, so it scans all the machines, say on a Friday night, for example. So that's basically what you can do with the Windows Enterprise. So one of the many options as part of Microsoft 365 is Microsoft 365 Defender. So Microsoft 365 Defender is basically a unified pre and post breach enterprise defense suite, and it natively works in the guards of detection, prevention, investigation, and response across all endpoints, which also include identities, email, and applications, to basically to protect against social filter attacks. And because it's actually part of 365, it's fully integrated and works natively within inside the 365 ecosystem. So it's an all-in-one solution, effectively, for things like security professionals and things like that. Microsoft Defender also takes automatic action to prevent against and stop the attack and self-heal affected things like mailboxes and endpoints and user identities. So it is an all-in-one solution aimed at protecting you as an identity and an individual and your organization from anything that should or may happen. And if it can detect it beforehand, which is what it's aimed at doing, it will prevent any attacks. Obviously, if something was to happen, you will be able to do a full investigation as to why that's happened and put preventions in place to prevent that from happening again. So that is basically what Microsoft 365 Defender does. So one of the other options as well is Microsoft Defender for Identity. So this is basically a cloud security solution that kind of leverages on the on-premises Active Directory, which will detect and investigate advanced threats that may be compromised, such as your identities, and obviously malicious actions directed at your organization. And it does this in 4 ways. So it basically will monitor users' entity behavior and activities with learning-based analytics. It will also protect the user's identity and credentials, which are stored in Active Directory. And it will also identify and investigate suspicious user activities and advanced threats throughout the kill chain. And finally, it will provide a clear incident information on a simple timeline to fast triage the issue, so you know exactly what's actually gone on and what's actually occurred. So that is basically what it is. It's a cloud-based security system that will basically leverage on your on-premise Active Directory signals to effectively to the identity to detect and investigate advanced threats and compromised identities within your organization. So that may be something that you may want to have if you are using the on-premise stuff. It might be something that you are looking at potentially getting for that. So that is an option that is available to you. So one of the other options as well is Defender for Endpoint. Now, Defender for Endpoint is basically it's an enterprise security platform which is designed to help enterprise networks prevent, detect, investigate and respond to advanced threats, which is similar to the 365 Defender that we earlier discussed. This is very similar, but this is aimed at the enterprise level for endpoint security. So Defender for Endpoint will use following combinations of technology which are built into Windows and Microsoft Robust Cloud Service. And these 3 options are combinations is endpoint behavioral sensors, which is something that's embedded into Windows. And these collect and process behavioral signals from the operating system, so it can send the sensor data to your private isolated cloud instance of Microsoft Defender for Endpoint. It will also do cloud security analytics, so it can leverage basically large and big data for things, and it can also do things such as device learning, unique Microsoft optics, which is across the Windows ecosystem. This is mainly an enterprise cloud product such as Office 365, and online assets behavioral signals are translated into insights, detections and recommended responses for advanced threats. So this will give you it will process a large amount of data, and it will learn from that data and give you real-time analytics for when advanced threats happen, and it'll give you recommendations on what you can do in order to prevent that from happening. One of the last combination it will use is threat intelligence, and this is something that's generated by Microsoft hunters, security teams, and augmented by threat intelligence provided by partners. Threat intelligence enables Defender for Endpoint to identify attacker tools, techniques, procedures, and it will generate alerts when they are observed and collected by the sensors. So you will always be kept up to date with what's going on, when Defender for Endpoint is set up and configured correctly, you will get this. Like I said, threat intelligence. You will actually get the data that you need for what's going on within your organization. So you've also got Microsoft Defender for Cloud. Now, Microsoft Defender for Cloud is a tool for security posture management and threat protection. It basically strengthens on the security posture of your cloud responses, and it works within its integrated Microsoft Defender plans. So Defender for Cloud will protect against workload running Azure, hybrid, and other platforms. Defender for Cloud will also provide the tools needed to harden your responses, track and security postures, protect against cyber threats, and streamline security management. Now, because of this, it's data reintegrated. Deployment of Defender for Cloud is easy, and it provides you with a simple auto provisioning, secure way to your resources by default. Defender for Cloud also fills in 3 vital needs that you may need to manage for the security of your resources and workloads. And these basically are continuous assessment, secure, and defend. So that's effectively what the Defender for Cloud actually does and what it actually is. One of the last options here, and I know we've discussed quite a lot already in the last few minutes, is Defender for Cloud Apps. So basically, what is that? So Defender for Cloud Apps is a cloud access security broker, or a CASB for short. It basically supports various deployment modes, one of them being log collection and API connections. It also supports reverse proxy as well. It provides a rich visibility control over data travel and sophisticated analytics to identify and combat cyber threats across your Microsoft and third-party cloud services. Defender for Cloud Apps will also natively integrate with learning Microsoft solutions and is designed with security professionals in mind. It provides a simple deployment for centralized management and innovative automation capabilities. One of the questions that people do ask us is when they see CASB on this particular service, what actually is it? So CASB is basically acts like a gatekeeper to a broker access in real time between the enterprise users and the cloud resources. So whenever your users, your users are located, and regardless of the devices they're using, this service will actually protect them. So how does SMS fit into all this then? So SMS was started in 2006. They've been selling cloud services or hosted services since then. They are moving into very much heavily cloud-based now, with obviously with Microsoft 365. There's a lot of cloud-based things there. There is a lot of services within that 365 bundle. We also sell other cloud services as well, so you can effectively have everything under one umbrella and have just the one bill to pay. So we do sell things like online backups, web hosting, domain names. We do have support plans, which gives you a premium level of support should you need it. And we are fully UK based. And we either have office-based staff or we have staff working around the UK remotely. And we are here and how we're happy to help. Obviously, if there's anything today that you want more details on or more in-depth details on, then please do let us know and contact us, and we'll be happy to help with that. Any existing customers can open a ticket with us through the portal if they prefer to do it that way. That's no problem, or you can contact support directly on the phone. But like I said, we're here for anyone to help, and if you really want to know more information regarding Microsoft 365, or you're an existing customer that's on a hosted exchange and you want to move to 365 and start your 365 journey, then please pick up the phone and call our sales team, and we'll be able to get definitely get something sorted out for you and get you into a migration plan, because we do have a full migration service that we can migrate from pretty much most platforms out there into 365 for you, and we've got a dedicated team that specializes in just doing that on a daily basis. That being said, we're just going to conclude today's webinar. It's been a bit of a short one. I know there's been a lot of information that I've discussed today, but like I said, if you do have any questions, I'll just reiterate again, you can call us and you can contact us as well by raising a ticket for existing customers. Obviously, if there's anything you need to know further, then please call sales on 01925 818 448. The support number is 01925 818 252. Website is simplymailsolutions.com, and we have a support site at smshelp.co.uk that is full of many resources, instruction guides, that's like setup guides. There's a load of information on there about all the products that we have, on how you can set them up and how they work and how to do things. So, for example, if you need to create a mailbox on 365, there'll be a guide for that. You can also open tickets there, and it's everything is on that site. So smshelp.co.uk. If there's something on there that you notice that isn't actually on there, so if you've got a question about how to set something up and that guide isn't on there, please let sales know, and please let support know. And we will make sure that gets added in a future update, as it is being updated on a weekly basis. Finally, the YouTube channel is on screen. So you make a note of that. Please follow us. We are doing webinars every fortnight. They're usually on a Wednesday, and on different services and products that we sell, or future products that we may sell. I mean, even if you've got any ideas of future webinars that you would like us to do, then let us know, and we will ensure that gets added to the list, so we can actually cover that for you. Just to sign off, just to thank everyone for watching today, and my name's been Martin, and everyone take care, and I hope to speak to you all soon. Thanks very much.